Hello, bro and sisters. Okay, I'm back again. Okay, I would like to explain you a few things before I get over with this video. First of all, the federal government or the liberals of Mr. Trudeau, we all know that they're crook. The word is not high enough to say that they're crook. Okay, I would always keep in mind that we are a corrupt or crook government can't do any better than the previous government, who were also crooked, and there were also corruption, you know. In any government after Mr. Pierre Trudeau, Mr. Pierre Trudeau was also a corrupt person. He was also, there were corruption, collusion in his government, and he was also crook. Well, I had the proof of it. 1974 was the date when Mr. Trudeau decided to borrow from the private banks. We all know that private banks, they have a high rate of interest. But before he started with the private banks, we were borrowing money from the Bank of Canada without interest. Okay? So Mr. Pierre Elliott Trudeau decided not to borrow anymore from the Bank of Canada. Then he decided to go to the private bank, and then the debt had started. When Mr. Pierre Trudeau took over the government, the debt was only $23 billion. Now, in 2019, the debt is way above $800 billion. Do you know what's the reason for it? Well, it's very easy. After Mr. Pierre Trudeau, there were Jean Chrétien, Mr. Dion, Paul Martin, Mr. Harper, and then Mr. Justin Trudeau, and all of them had decided to dig very deep the whole of the Canada, I would say the Canadians, because we are Canadians in the Canada. And you know, even though I have served in the Canadian forces, I'm not really proud of it. And do you know why? It's because for what the military police did to me in 1995, you know, that followed me until now. Okay, it's because the federal don't want to take their own responsibilities. I will keep saying that because, you know, I have nothing else to say. Okay, I have nothing else to say, not other than what I'm saying right now. You will only hear what I'm saying, what I'm telling you right now. Okay. Yes, it is very bad, and I am not wishing it to no one of you. Okay, I'm not wishing it to no one of you. You don't deserve to have that fucking shit. I had that fucking shit from the military police. I had that fucking shit from the RCMP. I had that fucking shit from Children's Aid Society of Ottawa. I had that fucking shit from the Ministry of Justice in Ontario, and I had that fucking shit about the Premier of Ontario, who was Kathleen Vine at that time. Kathleen Vine was a liberal, and she was a shitty person. You know, she did all that of thing in Ontario because, you know, I can't tell the word that she was, but I mean, every one of you in Ontario know what I'm talking about, okay? I'm not gonna say the word lesbian, but you know, it's very easy to understand. Well, just think that I didn't say that fucking word, okay? You all know that fucking word. And I'm just hoping that you will try to forget it, because it is a new government that you have now. It is Mr. Doug Ford. But Mr. Doug Ford is not acting correctly here. You know why? It's because he is not providing money to the French university or the French hospital that you have in Ontario. That means that all the French people in Ontario won't have services that they had before. We have English people here in Quebec, and we are helping them a lot with their English hospital or English universities. Okay, there are 3 English universities here in Quebec, maybe more than that. I don't know. Same thing. There is only one hospital, Montfort, in Ontario, which is French. And the reason why it is French is because there are French people in Ontario, like there are French people in many other provinces in Canada. but those French are living all together, and yes, they can speak English also, but I mean their first language is French. So you have to, you really have to consider those people, because they are helping your province, you know, because they're also paying tax in your province, even though you're doing one income tax report. Here in Quebec, we're doing both two, okay? And you know why we're doing one in Quebec here? It's because of all the services that we have here in Quebec. But the thing is, the services here in Quebec are shit, you know, are very shit, you know, because I keep telling that because I know it is the truth here in Quebec. Same thing as the road. They're full of hole, okay? There's all kind of hole in our road here. And they keep patching the hole, and when the truck passing the road during winter time or the grate, they keep removing those asphalt hole, okay? But because here in Quebec, you know, the asphalt double price, okay? Now the price of the asphalt here is double time, and the asphalt here is crap, you know, because it's not the same quality as they use in Ontario, in any other provinces. Because in Ontario and any other provinces, the road seems to be good to me. You know, myself, I consider Quebec that have a very bad road, because if you take the road up to Ottawa, you will, as soon as you cross the line, the border line from Quebec then to Ontario, well, the roads are not the same in Ontario that they are in Quebec here, because Ontario, they have so many good roads. It's very nice in Ontario running a car there, but not in Quebec. Okay, Quebec is pure crap. Not because I have my own family living here in Quebec that I can't move elsewhere in Canada. I don't want to get away too much from my own family, because possibly my family won't like it. So they would have to come in other provinces to visit me. So it's no good to them. And I believe that I would do a bad thing to move elsewhere of Quebec, you know. I'm not proud to be a Quebecer. The main reason why I'm paying tax is because I'm living here on the Quebec soil. Well, enough talk about that. I would like to come back to the Muslim people, okay? Muslim people here in Canada, they're not acting like they should, because Canada is a welcome land to them. We welcome them big time to come to our country, but the thing is, you don't come with your fucking religious sign or anything like that. Keep it in your own in the country where you were born, or keep it at your home. Don't come to public with that. Same thing as a Muslim woman. Well, don't come to public with your fucking hijab or burqa. Just keep it at home instead, or just pray at home instead of praying in public like they do in the street in Montreal. They're praying on the road in the street. They're blocking the street because they're praying. Also, when they pray on the asphalt, they're making a hole. Okay, that's where they're coming, those fucking hole. When you have hole in your street, it's because the Muslims are there to pray. Okay, and they keep eating the fucking road. It is the truth, okay? I'm very sorry to say that, but it really seems to be the truth, because I saw that when they were praying in Montreal. We have no guy praying here on the south shore of Montreal, because, you know, we will possibly kick them in the ass, because that's what they deserve. I would kick them in the ass big time. Mr. Trudeau, you're possibly praying at your home, but don't pray at the Parliament in Ottawa, because you're going to be kicked in the ass, okay? That's what I'm telling you, Mr. Trudeau. Just be careful. Don't use your title to do so, okay? It's very bad. Well, I'm not proud to be a Quebecer. I'm not proud to be a Canadian, but I'm living in Canadian. I like it, but I'm not proud of it. I like to be Canadian, but I'm not proud to live in Canada because of all the taxes that we are paying here in Canada. We're paying big tax in Canada. That's because of Mr. Trudeau that came out with his fucking carbon tax. The carbon tax is pure crap. If you look at the volcano when they explode, they keep throwing fucking thing in the sky. You know, it goes all around the planet, and then the government are saying that it's because of the car running, but it's very bad. The car are not making that, but the volcano are doing that. So thank you so much for regarding this video, and government, I shit